Hello, my little beast. Welcome to my April TBR. Okay, I'm trying to do this in front of my window and utilize the dying light, natural light that I have right now. But I mean, I do have like a little mini ring light up because we're just kind of right now, despite the fact that it's already April, in a perpetual state of grayness, unfortunately. It's not even fog. It's literally just like so dark and gray. It literally feels like everything has been desaturated, which is crazy. It's like, Mama, it's spring. We gotta wrap up with the winter antics. Anywho, with that being said, I'm looking forward to a fun spring and I'm trying to choose books that reflect a nice, cozy spring, sunny spring. Okay, we're going to be doing things slightly differently. I have an actual TBR prompt jar. I have not had one yet. I just made one literally like 5 minutes ago, so the papers are not cut well. And for now, it's in my little Ryan Gosling Partridge Hail Mary cup. Hear them in there? ASMR. So we'll be choosing from that. And there's quite a few in there. It's like this cup is really big, so you can't tell, but trust, that's a lot. And I have a list of books that I'm going to put here. I made a little graphic that are on my radar. I'm also going to be I'm also going to be considering my physical TBR as well. And then these are the books that are like on my radar, would really like to read soon. But if I pick a prompt that is not on my physical TBR or on this list, then I will also reference like my Goodreads TBR list. And if I really can't find one, I'll have to skip it, I guess, for now. But I think I should be able to find something, hopefully. The other thing I wanted to say is so I have already two books picked out for the month. Those are my buzzword challenges. I'll tell you about them in a second, but that means I only have 4 books to actually choose because realistically, I'm probably only going to read 6 books total. So keep that in mind. But the first book I'm going to be talking about is Her Last Breath, and this is by Taylor Adams. This is a thriller about two women who go caving or spelunking, if you're familiar, and they are followed in by a man who essentially may or may not be there to hurt them. And one of the women is lying about everything, honestly. This is fulfilling my challenge for April's ordinal numbers. Technically, if you watch Books and Lala's video, she only considers last as like an exception. Like she does consider it an ordinal number for the video, but like it's a little bit of a stretch. I would like to say that I had another book picked out for this prompt that fulfilled both the title and the cover challenge. However, I decided to wait on that book because I had another video idea for it. So we'll see her eventually, but it would have been perfect. I had to rearrange some things. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've already started this book and I'm honestly a decent way in, and it's been a very interesting, like crazy plot twist kind of thriller. So I'm excited to talk about that at the end of the month. The next confirmed book I believe I'm doing is Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by MacArthur Fawcett, I think. Sorry, it's hard to read the lettering. But this is going to fulfill my buzzword challenge for accessories on the cover. If you look at the really pretty, beautiful cat cover, there's like, I think a necklace and maybe something else, maybe like a tiara or something, but there's accessories on there. And this is about a woman who just wants to run her cat shelter, but in trying to find a place to host it, she unwittingly signs a lease with, I guess, a dangerous magician, the most dangerous magician in her city. And I think maybe there's a romance. I'm very excited. I am a cat lady. I'm a cat lover. I love cats. I love my little baby Gato, who is my son. I literally birthed him. So I'm excited for that. I love reading books that have like a cat character. This is gonna have a bunch. And I love a magician, evil magician potentially plot. Also, so he has to hide that he's a magician. It's like an undercover magician thing, which I also love. Like a speakeasy magic place. Love that. I love that. So I'm very excited to pick that up. But those are my two confirmed reads for the month. Now we will pick from my prompt jar. The only thing is that I fear the lighting is only going to get worse. So if I have to move around or if the lighting shifts, just know I apologize and I wish I had beautiful sunny lighting for you right now, but I do want to get this filmed so I can start reading my books. And this is the lighting we're working with. Okay, that's what life gives us. When life hands you lemons, you turn on the ring light. I'm so excited. This is gonna be our first TBR jar pull. This is like monumentous moment here. Drum roll. I'm like honestly a little scared. I'm hoping that it gets me something I really want. Oh, also I want to say that there's two new releases. Wolfworm by T. Kingfisher, which actually came out in March, but like late March. And then The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver that comes out this April. I honestly think I'm gonna end up reading that. Like no matter what the prompts give me, I'm probably gonna try to read that. So maybe I'll read 7 books this month. I don't know, but I really, really want to read that one because I really loved his other book. We used to live here, and this also sounds so good. And it's like another horror thriller mind bend, and I need to read it. So just wanted to put that out there. But okay. Oh, I'm scared. Let me see our first prompt. Also, I did not fold these because I was in a rush, but I think I'll try to go back and fold them up maybe. Okay, our first prompt is a book with a number in the title. Wait, let me try to show you. Which is funny because also my buzzword challenge is ordinal numbers. So no, another number. It's a big number month. So let me see what we have here. Oh, we have a winner. Oh my God. Okay, I'm so excited because I did not think this is going to happen so quickly that there's already something on here that counts. So this is perfect. Wait, let me just double check. Yeah, book with number. Yeah. Okay, so this is not it's like spelled out. It's not like the number, but it's spelled out, but I'm going to count it. And that is How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. And this is the description. When Jamie Prescott and her best friend Lori attend a speed dating event, Jamie expects to meet a roster of mediocre men and indulge in some street food afterwards. She doesn't expect one of her dates to have his throat slit at her table during a blackout. After the lights come back on and there are more bodies on the floor, it becomes clear that dating can be a very dangerous pastime. Armed with makeshift weapons and Jamie's extensive knowledge of what not to do in a slasher, the remaining speed dates try to find an exit while the killer adds to their body count. I'm not going to read the rest. I feel like that's all I need to know. Okay, I'm very excited because I feel like I've recently discovered this like world of like thriller, like cozy thriller horror, and I want to stay in that world. I read A Killer Kind of Romance last month, yeah, in February. Oh, I guess it's 2 months now, whatever. And I really enjoyed that. It was like another serial killer like plot line, but then there was a romance. I don't know if this one's actually going to have a confirmed romance. It sounds like she's trying to date people and then she has to figure out this murder instead. But either way, I just really love the concept of a kind of like cozy, almost rom-com over a thriller setting. I think that's so fun, so funny. I also really loved the movie Hard Eyes that came out like last Valentine's Day. Same thing. It was like really cute rom-com, but then there was this like subplot. There was this like subplot of a serial killer murdering people. I don't know what that says about me, but I love that. Okay, what a successful first pull. I'm so excited. Let's pull another. Okay, this is a good one. This is a genre you don't typically read. Oh, good. There we go. Great. So I already know what I could do for this. I actually have 2 books on this list right in front of me that would work for this, which I'm so glad that this is working so well already. Although I do should probably read a few physical books off my TBR, like they're already on my like most and like really want to read list on here, so I'm excited. First one is Why I Love Horror, and this is a like I believe it's an anthology on okay, yeah, it's essays on horror literature. And I think it's an anthology from different authors and stuff and like what they love about horror, what kind of like made them horror fans or horror writers. which I've heard good things about, and I would really like to read that. Or I could read I Who Have Never Known Men by, I'm not sure who that's by. I'll put it somewhere. And this is I believe it's, you know what? I could be wrong. Let me look this up. I think it's literary fiction, in which is another book or another genre I don't read a lot. Okay, it's a post-apocalyptic novel by Jacqueline Hartman. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. That's really hard because I thought it was literary fiction, and I think it is, but post-apocalyptic. I guess I don't read a lot of post-apocalyptic stuff. What do I want to read? Oh God. Okay, I didn't think that this would be a hard decision. I could also read a different nonfiction book. Give me a brief moment. I'm going to check my physical TBR. I think I'm actually going to choose My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is a literary fiction book, which, as much as I do want to read a nonfiction, I think I almost maybe prefer them to literary fiction. I did say I want to try to read more literary fiction this year, and I have not at all. So I do feel like that should be what I'm going for. The description for this is from one of Italy's most acclaimed authors comes this ravishing and generous hearted novel about friendship that lasts a lifetime. The story of Elena and Lila begins in the 1950s in the poor but vibrant neighborhood on the outskirts of Naples. Growing up on these tough streets, the two girls learn to rely on each other ahead of anyone or anything else, as their friendship, beautifully and meticulously rendered, becomes a not always perfect shelter from hardship. Ferrante has created a memorable portrait of two women, but My Brilliant Friend is also the story of a nation. Throughout the lives of Elena and Lila, Ferrante gives her readers the story of a neighborhood, a city, and a country undergoing monumentous change. This, I think, is literally on like New York Times best books of like the decade, and I think it was like in number one. So obviously it's well acclaimed, well liked, and I feel like a lot of people really like this. And then I do feel like it's somewhat polarizing with other people not enjoying it as much, but it's on my physical TBR. I want to get some things off my physical TBR, and it's not a genre I read a lot, so that is going to be my pick. Okay, next one. I hope this is a good one. Okay. Ah! This is a good one, but it's scary. This is scroll on Instagram until you find an unread book. Let me see if this is even possible, because do I have that many books on my Instagram? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. The very first, and I'm not even lying. Oh, I'm hoping it doesn't refresh. Very first, top one is a book, April book post. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. Okay, this is really funny. Okay, let me think about this. Oh my God. Okay, so this is Books and Lala, and she posted for April her buzzer challenge, and she's like giving options, which is so funny because I already have my books for both of these, but let me see if there's anything on here. Okay, she literally has the book on here that I was going to read and decided not to because I'm saving it for another video. So that's really funny, honestly. Okay. I see something interesting. Also, listen, it's a whole collage and there's 2 pages. So I feel like I can choose any of these because it's all in one picture. Okay. All right. I know what I'm choosing. Okay. So on here, she has first time caller. This is a little bit of a cheat, but on my list, I have Back to You, which is the second book in the First Time Caller series, or it's like a standalone like same world romance. And I've already read First Time Caller, so the next one would be Back to You, which I know is a little bit of a cheat because it's not in the picture. But that's honestly almost too perfect. I feel like these are working out really well. and I'm going to keep rolling with it, and it's my video, so I can do what I want. This is about two competing meteorologists who are forced to find common ground in this opposite attracts when Harry met Sally inspired romance. And yes, this is by B.K. Borson, who wrote First Time Caller. It says Delilah Stewart has had a fair share of run-ins over the years, often ending in disaster. While Jackson thrives on routine and organization from the comfort of his radio booth, Delilah loves the spontaneity and adventure out in the field. When they're partnered against their will to cover the snowstorm of the century, they find themselves scrambling to figure out how to work together. Eager to be taken seriously as a journalist, Delilah offers Jackson a deal. If he can help her ace this assignment, she will help him rediscover his long-lost fun side. Okay, I'm noticing one slight problem, and that is the word snowstorm. I'm trying to read some fun spring books. Snowstorm is not really doing it for me. I don't want that. So I'm going to choose another prompt. Then I'm going to choose one more, a backup one. And maybe I will allow myself one switch out every month. Okay, let's choose our next one. The thing is that there's really tiny ones in here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab them because I don't want to. I'm trying to grab a tiny one. I swear I didn't see the prompt. I just saw that it was a big one. All right, well, that's like medium. Okay. Oh my God, the cutting on this is just terrible. Okay, and this is a book by a new to you author. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's like most of these. So, what do I want to read? I think I'm going to choose. Oh God, there's so many. I could choose another physical TBR. Or should I choose? This is hard. I think I'm going to choose another physical TBR book. Be right back. Super excited about this. This is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I just recently bought this at Half Price Books, and look how cute. It's got the purple pages. And yeah, so this is going to be my choice. Let me double check that I have not read anything by her because I'm actually not sure. Okay, good. I have not read anything else by her, so this is a new to me author. I'm so excited because this seems like the perfect spring read. It is Keela has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, has spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spellbooks, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spellbooks they can carry and head to a remote island Keela never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. Taking refuge there, Keela discovers, much to her dismay, a nosy and very handsome neighbor who can't take a hint and keeps showing up day to day to make sure she's fed and to help her fix up her new home. In need of income, Kayla identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of an old recipe book her parents left her and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. But magic can do more than make a life a little sweeter, so Keela risks the consequences of using unsacred spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret spell shop. So I'm so excited. This sounds perfect for spring. I'm so excited. I just want the warm, cozy vibes. I want the like floral, like plants vibe. There's something about magic that also feels very spring. And again, I'm excited to get something else off my physical TBR. So I'm excited about this one. Okay, like I said, I think we're going to choose one more prompt, maybe to switch it out for my Instagram one. As fun as that is, and I think I'll probably reuse most of these. I might like separate them for now and then read out them later. So I'm not like picking this exact same ones next month. But I didn't realize there was a snowstorm. I wouldn't have even put it on here had I like double checked. But that's on me. Let's pick another prompt. Well, that's funny. So the prompt is a rom-com with an illustrated cover, which I would say is, and now back to you. Luckily, I have quite a few rom-coms on this list that has some illustrated covers. We could do Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. We could do The Last Page by Katie Holt, and we can do How to Write a Love Story by Catherine Walsh. Quite the choice. Quite the choice. Let me ponder. Let me look at them, and then I'll decide. Okay, I'm back from some researching. Here's the thing. The Last Page by Katie Holt, not even out yet. Comes out in May. So that's off the list. That's fine. And then I started reading, like, I've obviously read all the descriptions of these, but I don't fully remember, so I'd go back and read them. Started reading Forget Me Not's description, and I was like, yeah, that's actually what I'm going to be reading. And I'm logged out of it. I don't know why, because I want to tell you. An ambitious wedding planner must work with her grumpy florist ex, whose heart she broke on the most high-profile wedding of her career, in this spicy emotional romance. And actually, that's all I'm going to say. I think that's all you need to know. That's all I need to know. Yeah. First of all, love a book with a wedding setting. Oh, that rhymes. Love it. Love a wedding. Love it fictionally so much. Love it in real life. So that, yes. A florist. I also love reading books with like people with fun jobs. A florist. Yes, absolutely. And it's a spicy romance. It's like I feel like there's gonna be some beef at first. He, I think, has tattoos on the cover. That's all I need to know. I feel like again, this is gonna be a good spring book. Like the wedding vibes, the like florist vibes. I feel like that's all gonna accumulate into a good spring read. Okay, and that concludes my TBR and my prompt choices. So what we have is two physical books. I'm gonna read The Spell Shop by Sarah Betters, and then my brilliant friend. Oh my god, My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. These are gonna be my little physical TBR books of the month. I'm also going to be reading Her Last Breath by Taylor Adams. That's going to be my thriller for the month. Then I'm going to read Agnes's Obart's Mystical Cat Shelter. That's such a fun name, but it's like kind of hard to remember. I think I honestly, TBD, I might pick that up physically too because I do really love the cover. And the cover I've seen like in stores is like a hardcover with no dust jacket. Like it's just the book, which I think is really cool. And then I'm also going to be reading Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. And was that it? Oh, and How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates. So I think I have a good mix. I have some fantasy, I have some romance, I have some thriller, some cozy, etc. The only thing I think is that I do wish I could have picked a horror, but like I said, I think I'm gonna really try to read The Caretaker when it comes out. I think it comes out like the second week of April. And then maybe again, if I can, I would really love to read Bat Eater and Other Names for Laura Zhang. That's been on my list for a while. So maybe this will have to be an insane reading month and I'm just going to read 8 books. Who knows? I don't know. I hope so. That would be amazing. With that being said, though, I'm really excited for all of these books. I feel like they're going to bring exactly the spring, cozy, fun vibes that I needed to keep me excited to continue reading and not fall into a reader's worst fear, a reading slump. And honestly, this has like rejuvenated my excitement. So I'm ready to go start reading honestly right now. And I think I will. So with that being said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.